Kubo towards Baji!
FC Cincinnati was looking to make MLS history. Could the magic of the fortress hold once again? FCC went into the half down for the first time this season. Did they have an answer? The streak is over. Cincinnati, here we go.
Good evening and welcome to FC Cincinnati Weekly alongside Kevin McCloskey. I'm your host, Marshall Kramsky. Kevin, welcome back. And what an interesting game this last weekend.
Yeah, it's great to be back. Definitely interesting. I'm sure we'll talk about it today, but a lot of excitement, I think, for the neutral fan. You know, there was definitely a lot of attack and defensive moments, but plenty to chew on, I think, going into next week.
And they did walk away with a point. FC Cincinnati had a chance to make MLS history Saturday, but they fell short. It was a 2-2 draw against New England in their second draw of the season against the Revolution. FC, they got on the board first. So it was a quick start when we start with Baji here. What did you see?
So I think it's great play, you know, as far as Acosta's vision to reverse pass that to Kubo. Kubo again made a great diagonal run into that channel. He looks up, he has to wait for Baji to get into that position at the front post. His pace on his delivery is perfect. And Baji's technique just to tuck that into the back corner, again, much harder than it looks. And so ultimate respect for that goal. Perfect team goal, combination play, and a great start for the team at that point in time.
And this is an FC Cincinnati team. When they score first, they're usually walking away with a win. It looked a little bit, that wasn't exactly the case, though, on this past weekend.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think I agree, especially at TQL Stadium. Anytime that they come out strong, which they did on this occasion, they get the early goal. The fans are crazy. The atmosphere is absolutely electric at that time. You expect good things, but then obviously again, that's why you have to play the games, because the opponent has a game plan that's going to try to affect you, and that's what happened. You know, the next goal, as we'll discuss and talk about, just didn't go to plan for FC Cincinnati.
Baji's name is a name that we're going to talk about a lot on this show because he was the main name that you guys were talking about on the broadcast. The next goal, though, not one that you want. It's an own goal after a great save by Roman Celentano. What happened on the own goal with Baji?
So I think same thing as you mentioned. It's a strong save as far as the technique. It's what you want. This ball comes across. It's not cleared. There's a strike here that you'll see. It's a strong shot on goal. And Roman Celentano, from a textbook, does everything right. You know, it's a strong parry. You know, could you went maybe outside of the 6 with that deflection? He can't do it in real time. So strong save. It ends up hitting Don Baji. He's in an unfortunate position, but he's in a good defensive position, believe it or not. It just ricochets back off the goalkeeper and go in. And listen, Marshall, that doesn't happen very often.
No.
So totally, against the run of play and totally unlucky, in that instance.
When you're a player and you're dealing with that, just real quick, like, how do you look at your teammates after that? That's got to be the worst feeling in the world.
I think, look, the teammates themselves, they understand, kind of the nature. That doesn't happen a lot. Just really unlucky, unfortunate. I think from a mentality standpoint, you kind of laugh a little bit because there's nothing you can do. You dust yourself off and you kind of turn the page and go on. And
he did go on. We'll get to that in a minute. But one thing, you speak about mentality. Defense, it's a big mentality, and we'll get to that. Opportunities, though, in this match.
Yeah.
There was a lot of missed ones for FC Cincinnati. What did you notice from the game?
Well, again, I think the hardest part in this game, the game of soccer itself, is creating the opportunities, right? And sometimes, you'll do that. You'll create 6, 7, 8 opportunities on goal. The hardest part is just to finish the end product, and that's what was missing kind of in this game. Although they scored 2 goals, and although they create a lot of opportunities, just the final end product, that final pass or the delivery or the shot just didn't quite go that way. And in the first half, again, these were some chances. We'll see, Baji again, great move to get past the defender, comes out, the goalkeeper had a great night as well to stop some of those point-blank saves. But again, it was very positive. It just did not quite translate into those goals, which would have resulted in 3 points instead of a point.
When a coaching staff is putting together a game plan, they're trying to create opportunities. Execution comes down to players. How do you fix executing on those opportunities?
Well, I think it's repetition, right? I think confidence is high in this team. I think the game plan and kind of some of the attacking passing patterns comes, as you mentioned, through kind of training and planning. And the rest then becomes the individual being in a situation time and time again where they have ultimate confidence to pick out the right corner or pick out the right space and obviously execute.
We spoke before a little bit about mindset. That's what defense is.
100%.
The defense, there was a big lapse on a team that has prided themselves on defense this year. Yes, they're missing players due to injury and international play. What happened in the defensive lapse, especially in the first half?
Well, again, look, it happens, right, where there's a lapse of concentration. I think that's what happened for the second goal. Again, you can't be too critical. You've got also defensive players playing out of position. You've got Ray Gaddis and you've got even Yursa Mascara too, not in their natural positions. And so any time that you're put under pressure, there's going to be mistakes, and it's natural to happen. The unfortunate part for Gaddis in this instance is that he doesn't clear it. He doesn't get enough kind of power on that header to clear it. And Gustavo Bo is at the back post, takes it, ends up being kind of an easy finish for him. And so that's one of those things, again, that you've got to live with it. Missing Matt Miazga, huge part of the defence. Ian Murphy was suspended this past weekend as well. And anytime that you're missing those players whose positions naturally are centre back, it's kind of difficult. And you've got to be realistic with the expectations that you put on those players.
There's been people who stepped up, and one of the guys who stepped up was Badji. Yes, he had the own goal, he had the first goal, but then he comes back and he gets the goal to tie the match up in the second half. What did you see from Badji on his second goal?
Again, I think great awareness. I think that the play starts again with Acosta, and just great first touch to set up. He looks, he drives. This is where he's so effective. He finds Badji just at the top of the box too. For me, it's awareness of where the defender is. It's a very neat first touch to set up for the goal. And then again, a guy with confidence drills that with his left foot into the bottom right-hand corner. And probably 3-4 weeks ago, maybe you wouldn't have seen that from Badji. So he is a player that's effective. We're starting to see the best of Badji. He's starting to get into his groove. I think confidence is at an all-time high as well, and he's really starting to find more things in his toolbox, right? Like to be able to finish in different ways. This is a perfect example of that.
That's beautiful.
Well struck, left foot. Again the touch just to get out, just to find that half yard. Knows where the goalkeeper is. The goalkeeper doesn't even react to it because it's hit so cleanly. And it's kind of, I think it's shaded by the defender at the time. So happy for Badji. I think his teammates are as well, because he's been very patient. Didn't start the season with a ton of minutes. Had opportunities, didn't score. And again, for a guy like him, to see him now kind of take those opportunities and to grow with it, it's great to see.
Just in short and quickly, what does it say about a player not like Badji? What does it say about Badji after the own goal, come back and have the biggest goal of the night?
Yeah, mentality, right? You talked about defensively mentality. Well, the hardest positions at times when you talk about mentality is actually the goalkeeper and the striker, because a lot of times there's individual mistakes that are made, right? And once that happens, there's a glaring mistake if a goalkeeper makes it, because it's in the back of the net. And sometimes, again, with the forward, if he doesn't score the goal, it's seen as being a mistake as well. So they've got to, quickly turn the page. I think they've got to quickly focus on the next one. I think for a striker, true strikers have that mentality that, hey, the next chance I get, I'm going to score this. That's exactly what happened, And he had other chances in the game too that he didn't convert. So focus and composure, I think, are the biggest things that come from that. And that wasn't quick.
Sorry, you're good, but you did mention the next one. Let's go to the next one. FC Cincinnati looks to get back into the win column when they head to Charlotte for Marvel Hero Night in honor of Military Appreciation. Charlotte FC is coming off the month of June with 1 loss and 3 draws. Let's take a look at our match preview brought to you by Tri-State GMC Buick. During the games, what do you think about this team, the Charlotte team coming up?
Yeah, I think, for Charlotte, it's a team that, again, have had a lot of changes last year. A team that's kind of trying to build some form. I think for FC Cincinnati, another challenge to go back on the road. They're going to get some boost this week with the new signing. I think potentially could be available for this weekend, as well as players then coming back from suspension too. So I think for FC Cincinnati, again, they're going to focus on their own game plan. I think they'll focus on what they can control, and hopefully it's enough to get back. Obviously, DC United was a disappointing result on the road, but hopefully this is a good opportunity for them to get back to winning ways.
After the DC United match the past weekend when they had the draw against New England, how important is 3 points on the road against Charlotte?
I think it's huge. I think it's really important. Again, you've got to put in the performance and think about the things that you can control. Hopefully the result comes with that. But again, with those players and even getting this result, missing players this past weekend at home against New England, I think it's a good time for them to go and hopefully grab 3.
They'll hopefully grab 3 in FC Cincinnati. They'd have back to their short turnaround ways on Wednesday, next Wednesday. Yeah. They will be playing in New Jersey against the New York Red Bulls. During the games, you can listen to Kevin and his partner, Tommy Galater, on the radio on ESPN 1530 or on iHeartRadio. For home games, you have the option of getting the home radio announcers on your Apple TV stream when you watch the game. So check out Kevin and Tommy while you can. Kevin, thanks so much, my man.
Yeah, thanks again. It's great to be back.
When you hear the name Obi, most think of Star Wars and Obi-Wan Kenobi. However, if you follow the orange and blue, you know there's an Obi of a different name. Up next on FC Cincinnati Weekly, we'll meet him. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The U.S. men's national team have advanced to the quarterfinals in the CONCACAF Gold Cup. FC Cincinnati's own Brandon Vasquez, he helped the team clinch the top spot in Group A with a goal in the 5th minute of stoppage time. It's his 3rd in the Gold Cup.
You can catch the U.S. in action against Canada right here at TQL Stadium on Sunday, July 9th at 7:30 p.m. Guatemala will take on Jamaica in the first quarterfinal match beginning at 5 p.m. Tickets, they're available on SeatGeek.com. One ticket gets fans into the stadium for both matchups.
He joined FC Cincinnati in April 2022, his first season in the MLS from the Turkish Super League, where he was ranked first in tackles, ball recoveries, and pressures. He began his professional career in his hometown of Enugu, Nigeria in 2015, and was named the Rangers FC Player of the Year. Here's our Pro Link player profile for Obinna Nwobodo.
I can't say when, but I think I believed I will. I want to play football. Seeing the older ones playing, I believe that once I start getting more advanced in age, that I'm going to be a professional footballer. So I think I believed in this long time ago.
Nwobodo leading the orange and blue into the final third. Bachi inside of the penalty area. Fire!
Oh, I think my teammates will describe my style of play in those few ways. I give everything. I run as much as I can, and I never stop trying. Even when it's not going well, I always try to give my best at every given opportunity. I don't have many favorites when it comes to other sports. I like soccer players, which is I like Ronaldo. I can say Messi, and we have an idol like JJ Okocha in Nigeria, and Mikel Obi is also a top Nigerian that I always admire. Learning Spanish is not something I can say I have it. It's just like for fun, you know. Sometimes I make jokes with my teammates that speak Spanish when I hear some few words.
So Obi, can you give us just something in Spanish?
Sí, un poco. Me gusta mirar película, dormir, voy a parque, go to the park as well, and
That's perfect.
my head is cracked now. I think I've had few favorite memories with the club. Think my first day here, and the first game against Toronto, and we won. That was my debut, and I seen the fans, seen everyone. It was my favorite moment, and especially when we qualified for playoffs last year, it was also a big day for me.
Hey, FC Cincinnati fans, you can catch all the action in 2024 with season tickets. Place your deposit for 2024 season tickets before July 12th to be entered into a drawing to win one of 10 MLS Season Pass subscriptions for the rest of 2023. Secure your spot for the 2024 season by entering today at fccincinnati.com. We'll be right back with more FC Cincinnati Weekly.
Here's Holly Selassie in a terrific block. It was Matt
Goes for that in line, gets his cross in, and it's in! Lucha Acosta with the finish! And FC Cincinnati have the opening goal.
Space keeps it moving. Acosta, the crowd expected. But
FC Cincinnati fans, take your passion for FCC to the next level with the official FC Cincinnati mobile app. Get instant access to match schedules, purchase tickets, and stay updated with the latest news and enjoy exclusive content right at your fingertips. Don't miss a beat. Download the FC Cincinnati mobile app today. The ultimate FC Cincinnati fan experience now at your fingertips. FC Cincinnati Weekly. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to FC Cincinnati Weekly. If you want to catch the orange and blue in action at the Fortress, your next chance Saturday, July 15th, when they host Nashville. Tickets for many matches. They're nearing sellout status. To check availability and secure your seats for an upcoming game, visit fccincinnati.com. That's our show for this week. Thanks for watching. Join us here every Friday at 7:30 for FC Cincinnati Weekly, the most comprehensive coverage of the orange and blue that you'll find anywhere. For Kevin McCloskey and the rest of our FC Cincinnati Weekly crew, have a great evening and go FCC.
coming forward for Cincinnati as Baji in the middle. Kubo towards Baji!
And the orange and blue strike first to get it home. Ball midfield. Cincinnati pushing into the 18. Baji switches. Baji ties the game. A brace for Dom. Game on in the Queen City.
The supporter shield leader